Aloha, I'm Sebastian Solshine Wolf. This is The Sacred Stage, and I am your intergalactic time traveling host. I'm here in Ashlantis today, and I'm creating art from the heart. And each and every one of these pieces that I'm creating today are a part of this magical, mystical tour that I'm on as I'm fundraising for the Traveling Rejuvenation Station experience. What is the Traveling Rejuvenation Station experience? It's a collaboration, of course, of art and magic and science and quantum physics and new sciences like neuroscience and epigenetics, and totally infused with cellular cymatic essential oils, divine frequencies, 432 hertz, 528, multiple different realities and realms. The point being is that I'm not really into the healing dimensional reality. I'm more in the rejuvenation station experience reality, which is it serves in the multiverse of dimensions of what we have to offer, from tools for transformation courses and keys and clues to actual packages and programs and different all kinds of things. Anyways, the point is there's a menu that you could see. And before you see that menu, this is a little introduction of how to wire yourself for success. How I wire myself for success is that I take fractal physics courses and sacred geometry courses and biogeometry courses and neuroscience courses and epigenetic courses and cellular cymatic courses and mantras and prayers and kundalini yoga and essential oils of all different sorts and types, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on of things that I'm interested in, that I've actually spent a lot of time and energy researching, studying, and experiencing for myself, implementing with others, teaching, and having ceremonies. And so today this is about the breath of life. Hello, aloha, the breath of life. And in all these courses, what have I learned? I've learned that it all begins with me. It starts in the beginning. It starts with me. It starts with, actually, before the beginning, there is obviously a pathway that was created in the non-physical world that allowed us to travel down it, or up it, or through it, like a wormhole, if you will, through a stargate of infinity, to get to this infinite reality right now in this finite form, to be able to three-dimensionally, four-dimensionally, five-dimensionally, even holographically through this computer or this cell phone, be able to bring all that this is to the forefront of our relationship with each other, and how we can connect and how we can bridge and reach out to each other through the multiple different facets of reality that are called the World Wide Web, www.com, of everything that's in between that, and the mycelia, the structure of the fascia, the structure of infinity, the structure of my mind, your mind, our mind. We share this mind, and I have an opportunity right now to share my mind with you as I create these amazing, beautiful eyes, mesmerized eyes. It was an opportunity for me to open up my third eye, my pineal gland, my pituitary gland, my whatever you call those things. I have no idea, because I am not a doctor, a scientist, or an anatomy professor. I actually didn't even graduate high school. So I absolutely know nothing about the actual whatever you call those things that puts everything in a certain place that may or may not be a part of something that I'm interested in. So if you're really interested in all of that stuff, I can tell you who to go to and where to go to, like Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton and Greg Braden, and I could tell you all kinds of different resources of how you could actually put together all different papers for yourself to see that all of the things that I'm presenting to you in this actual little tiny blippity blip on my cell phone is to show you that while I make art, the fractal physics that I put together is that I am encoding and entangling this vibration, inner and outer, as above so below, within the universal flow of how, when you focus your mind, your brain, your frequency on a task, you can actually be in flow state while accessing the other side of your mind at the same time. Your brain, I guess you could say, you could access all parts of your mind and brain if you can just remember that the present moment of distraction is obviously all a part of how it all goes together in the great big huge picture of Source Divine Prime Creator's energy fields being both the field of dissonance and the field of harmony. So if we can simultaneously exist in both worlds without being attached to the deliberate outcome of what it is that in the buffet of life everybody else is manifesting for themselves that you may or may not agree to, that the only thing I do agree to is that we're here together and that each and every individual one of us has a different purpose and a plan and a mission. And if we can continue that mission being in delightfulness and gratitude and grace and ease and appreciation, opposite of fight or flight and fear and lack and doubt and suffering and all of that, of course, then you know that you're not going to be creating things that actually aren't a part of your dimensional reality you don't prefer. So if there's anything in your life right now that you don't prefer and you would like to eliminate it from your life, well, you can't, sorry. But I got an idea for you. Maybe you can transmute it. Maybe you can just, have a transformation. You can use this information I give you, look up some of those resources that I've sent for you, and you can actually see that there's a lot more going on here than what you've been told. So if you're interested in the Great Mystery School teachings, there's Spirit Science. You can look up Spirit Science. It's a little blue cartoon on YouTube. It's quite nice, actually, because it makes fun of the fact that it's all stories, it's all make-believe. And if you make it and you believe it to the point where it feels so good that it doesn't really matter if you have the Mercedes or the wife or the husband or the $1 million or the mansion. It doesn't really matter if you have all the things that you wish and desire that you had, because if you can be grateful now like you already have all those things, then that actually is setting the stage for that actually to be vibrationally aligned and attuned and bring and brought to you, and or you to it, simultaneously, synchronistically bringing the flow to the center, that we are bringing the community together, that we're all coming together in sacred ways right now. And our vow is that we're going to share in the most amazing, healthy, happy, whole, joyful way that we possibly can, and how cellular, cymatically, we are attuning ourselves to a vibration that's way greater than anything we've ever known before. If, in fact, yes, that means me, you, and all of us can attune ourselves to the 432 factor 9 grid matrix of how it is that when things come together and go apart, and all of the platonic solids that make up every single thing in existence actually come in and out of Metatron's cube, Merkava's ball, the fruit of life, the seed of life, the tree of life. All of these things that I can tell you about, it doesn't really matter, because there's courses and classes that I teach that I can go deeper. And right now I'm rambling. This is a rampage of intuition. This is a rampage of being at the Shakespeare Theater in Ashland, Oregon, and making some art for a friend and delivering this art as I have all of this joy inside of me. I'm infusing all of the molecular structures of all of these different eyes that I've been creating now for days and days and days to send off to the world to see not just how I see, but to see through the way that you see too, and that I see and you see and we see and all of us see, that the divine, the most high, the infinite is in fact all holographically encoding through this molecular or energy sequence of events that's happening right now as you press play and stop. Part 2 to come. Bless up.